This online counseling session of IVU 5. Uh, with us today, Dr. Dhiren Kumar Mahanta, who will
Morning
be
all. Thank you, sir.
taking the counseling sessions for the next 6 days. I welcome you, Dr. Mahanta, to this online platform.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a
Thank you,
lot
sir. Thank you.
for accepting our offer for taking the
Thank you, sir.
counseling classes.
Yes,
And
sir. No doubt.
now it is over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. So, hello, welcome all. This is Dhiren Mahato, Assistant Professor Commerce, Governor Autonomous College, Rourkela. Okay. So today I'll be taking the MCO 5 paper. This is basically based on the accounting and finance concepts. So, learner, am I audible? Once confirm me. Any one of you, Priyanka Patel,
Yes,
Mukas,
sir.
audible? Okay. So this is basically the accounts and finance paper based on very much problematic and based on the practical aspects. So I just want to take you to the present session, presenting the slides.
So you're not visible now. No, I mean, your voice is not coming.
Okay, okay. Actually, I'm not saying anything. Thanks for confirming anything. Now I'm audible. Hello,
Yes, sir.
I'm audible. Yes, sir. Now what are you seeing in the screen? MCO 5 session 1 to 6 this one. Is it visible to you? The slides, the presentation MCO 5
Yes,
session
sir.
1
Yes, sir.
to 6. Yes, sir. Thanks for confirmation. Thanks a lot. So MCO 5, okay, session 1 by 6. So I will be taking the next 6 classes to you. This is Renwata. So unit 1 that covers accounting overview, and unit 2 cost concepts, and unit 3 financial statements. So just one thing here, key accounting overview, the unit 1 accounting overview, and let me take a pen that will be here. So the accounting overview and the financial statements, these are related subjects. So first of all, we will cover the accounting overview, then the financial statement, then unit 2 is based on the cost concepts. So this is will be cover last, because cost concept, that means this is based on the cost accounting and all these things that will be covered later. So let's see. Unit 1, get the, let me check my pen. Yes. Unit 1 accounting overview. What we'll get in this introduction, needs of accounting, objectives of the accounting, branches of the accounting, accounting process, accounting equations, and accounting concepts. So first of all, accounting and introduction. Asset on the profits accounting. First of all, as this is the master degree, hope you have already studied your bachelor degree. Ki accounting based on recording, classification, summarization of the data, that are day-to-day transactions, and finally we interpret the results there. So in short, we will be studying here the accounting, that means financial accounting, which ascertains the profit and loss and the financial position of the business for a given period. Okay. What is the need for accounting? Accounting चाहिए generally क्यों चाहिए? First of all, accounting, you have a large business. Now you have a large business. Now lakhs of, you can say the lakhs of transactions are there. It's very much practically impossible to record them haphazardly and to summarize all the content. That's why we need a systematic.
Excuse me, sir. You are not audible.
Okay. So you need the systematic. My pen was not working on that side. You need a systematic study, systematic method, systematic equipment for recording, for analyzing for interpreting your transactions. That's why I'm visible though. I was not audible, but I'm visible though. Let me confirm. Okay. Now suppose there is a big bazaar. Okay, big bazaar. Thousands and lakhs of transactions happens in a single day. So it's very much impractical to record and to classify, to summarize these transactions. So accounting is such an equipment. Accounting, basically the financial accounting is such an equipment which gives you the tools, techniques, methodologies for recording also and for summarizing the results also. That's why accounting is needed. For financial data also, for getting the results also. Definition of accounting. One definition I would like to share here. This definition given by Committee for Terminology of American Institute Certified Public Accountants (AICPA). Okay, that means this is the chartered accountancy course of the American. What was stated there? Accounting is the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner the terms of money transactions which are in part or list of the financial character and interpreting the results thereof. First of all, that means this is a actually very good and powerful definition. So in the examination, you may write this thing also. Accounting is the art of recording, obviously, because accounting, this is based on the custom traditions. The accounting records the transactions and it's as the art of recording. Classifying, that means you have to uh, group, you have to classify, you have to make the divisions of the various types of accounts. And summarizing, finally, when you need the results, you have to summarize the data. What is that? So, yes, first you have to record all the transactions. Now, all transactions, that means this includes revenue also, this includes expenses also, this includes asset also, liabilities also. So, how you will calculate the account of a particular uh, account? How you will calculate? How you will be accounting for a particular classification? That's why number two, you have to make classification. You have to make classification. Really, I need to change the color. Not visible also. Number three, mm, you have to summarize them. You have to summarize them. Why summarization is needed? Because so many types of classifications are there. Assets also there, liabilities are also there, revenues also there. Okay. Finally, you have to summarize. So some students may belong to the other background. That's why I'm telling this. Next to it, you have to finalize all these things. Finalize. So the final accounts as you. Now these are the four processes and in a significant manner and the transaction which can be converted in the terms of money and can be recorded. In the part of this financial character interpreting the results there. That means यहाँ पर वो कहा जा रहा है. The monetary transactions, not the qualitative transactions, we will record and finalize. And finally, we have to interpret. And the final thing is, we have to present the data. You have to present the data. This is the thing. Data presentation is more important. As accounting finalize the records, but data presentation is more relevant because shareholders are there, investors are there, bankers are there, government are there. Objectives of the accounting. Sorry. Objectives of the accounting. Accounting is here. This is one of very important questions. Let's see. Am I audible? Hello, audience. I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
Just I got a technical issue, no problem at all. Okay. My mic was disconnected. Like, listen. So objective of the accounting. Now, number one is to keep systematic records of the business. That means you are doing a business, you are handling a large business. So many transactions, hundreds of transactions you will face on a single day. You can't record all these transactions haphazardly. That's why you must have a tool, a powerful tool and technique to record
Excuse me, sir.
transactions. Yes, yes.
Can you speak little slowly, please?
Okay. My presentation is visible. You may keep on the mic. Okay. Just a single participant may keep on the mic. My presentation is visible. Just confirm.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. It will be.
To keep the systematic records of the business. Actually, I'm happy to teach the students now. But that's it. Next, we need to ascertain profit or loss of the business. So, accounting's first job is to record. First job is to record. Second job to ascertain the profit or loss of the business. Ultimate objective of any type of counting or accounting is to ascertain the result. So here means business का results क्या हो सकते हैं? Profit and loss. That's it. To ascertain the profit and loss of the business. Next, to ascertain the financial position of the business. These are two things. So you need the profit and loss also. You need the financial position of the business also. So in common language, I would like to explain what these things. Common student obviously know these things, no problem at all. Profit and loss of your shop. Suppose profit and loss of your shop. That means nowadays for a period, for this year, for this month, what is your profitability? What is your profitability? How you are earning? What is your profit trend? This is what called the profitability position or profit or loss for a certain period. आपको कैसे profit हो रहा है? Number two, financial position. Financial position of your shop. Suppose you have a garment shop. Now, financial position of your shop means not the profitability of this period, but the permanent profitability from the beginning to current day. What is your financial position means? How many assets have, how many liabilities have you till date, how much capital you have invested, how much investment you have paid. So, current scenario में, current date के हिसाब से what is the position of your assets and liabilities and solvency, you can say the position of the solvency. This is what called the technical meaning of the financial position. Profits आपके आजकल कैसे हो रहे हैं? That is profitability position. आपकी फाइनेंशियली पोजीशन, सॉल्वेंसी कैसे, आपकी संपत्ति और लायबिलिटी कैसे, दिस इज व्हाट कॉल्ड द फाइनेंशियल पोजीशंस. ओके. नेक्स्ट इज to provide accounting information to the interested parties. How many participants are there? Direct and indirect participants are there. They need a keep interest on your business. Later we will discuss also. Bank also, government also, or shareholders also, or managers also. They need the financial information. Now it's our responsibility as the account keeper, okay, as the accounts manager, as the finance manager, this is our responsibility to disclose the financial data to the needed parties. This is the thing. So providing information from the very beginning, clear statement is that record keeping, profit loss ascertain करना, फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन क्या है वो बताना, एंड फाइनली ये सारे कैलकुलेशन आप करके you have to disclose to the interested parties also. So here only your responsibility goes to them. Now parties interested in accounting information, which are the various parties? They involve directly or indirectly with their business. Number one, owners and shareholders. Owners को accounting information क्यों चाहिए? Because owners establishes the business. Owners keeps owners. Suppose this is sole proprietorship business. Owner. If a partnership business, that is partner. Okay. If that is a company, shareholders. These are the owners. क्योंकि वो invest किए हैं, they will keep interest on your business to know the financial position, the profitability position. सबसे पहले तो ओनर को ही चाहिए. Prospective investors, here not the investors, prospective investors. People might be interested to invest in your company. They are called the prospective investors. Now, if we will show them the financial position and the profitability position, the financial statements of our company, so they might be interested to invest in our company. That's why they need the data. So यहाँ पर हम क्या पढ़ रहे हैं कि which are the various parties who might have interest to know the financial data of our business. Business may be sole proprietorship business, may be company. Moreover, we will discuss from the company's point of view. क्योंकि company सबसे बड़ा business. Lenders also need the accounting information. Why? Because lender lent us lakhs of rupees, crores of rupees. That's why they need to monitor our financial data. Creditors also, managers, because managers are the authorities to whom we should report. So they are the reporting authority. That's why financial information should be reported. Government, because government levy taxes. That's why government needs this much of information. Employees. There is one aspect, government levy taxes. That's why government needs the accounting information, because tax is based on income, and income is based on income statements. So if we will not disclose the income statement, how government will assure that you are giving the correct tax? That's why government also interested in our business. Employees get the remuneration, employees get the benefit, employees get the compensation, and ultimately employees are our manpower, our assets, with the sacrifice of whom, for the devotion of whom the company get developed. That's why they must interest. अभी तो RTA Act के हिसाब से आपको सब कुछ दिखाना ही पड़ेगा. The employees have also interest in our financial position. Researchers. Suppose you are a PhD scholar, you want to research on a particular aspect, some financial aspect. So you need data, financial data from the company. That's why researchers here means the PhD scholars, or any independent researchers, or the professors, or United Nations delegates. They needs our financial data for the research purpose. And finally, citizen. This is the world in 21st century. Everything is transparent. Citizens are the subscriber of your company. Citizens are the well-wisher of your company. They are the purchaser of your product. That's why they have also interest to watch your financial position, whether you are doing the good practice or not. Sorry for interruption. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
I got a call. Which are the various branches? Literally, there are 10 branches of accounting. But by watching your curriculum, I have prepared this thing. One is financial accounting, another is cost accounting, another is management accounting. So my ink is not visible here. Financial accounting. Financial accounting that starts from a recording of transactions and with interpreting the results. Interpreting the results. This much accounting. Business already set up. You are doing business. Selling process is going on. Now you are earning revenue. So transactions recording से फाइनल रिजल्ट निकालने तक की पार्ट को फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग कहा जाता है. बिफोर दैट कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग and after that management accounting. So these three are interrelated. First of all, financial accounting. It records simply the informations. First of all, information here means the transactions which can be converted to monetary terms. Monetary terms transactions can only be recorded in the accounting, not the socially terms, and not the qualitative transactions. Next to it, managerial decision making. Accounting provides such a platform, such information which helps the managers, which helps the managerial body or managerial decision making. For example, if we can state them कि our product A, suppose our product A means the blazer. Okay, we are using the blazers. Suit and blazers department gives us highest profit, then manager may keep interest to expand such product or such department. That's why managerial decision depends upon the accounting reports. Interpreting financial information. Interpreting means, the English terminology interpreting means simply means finalizing and finding out the results. आप कुछ और पढ़े होंगे, excuse for that, but this is the thing. Interpreting means finalizing and finding out the records. Generally calculation वाला records, उसको कहते हैं interpreting financial information. Communicating the results. You have prepared the financial statements. You know that what is the financial position, what is the profitability position of the business. If you not disclose them to the managers, to the shareholders, to the parties, how it can be communicated, how it can be generalized. That's why from recording, then interpreting, then communicating the results, यहाँ पर खत्म होता है. Cost accounting ये क्या चीज है? Cost accounting simply means accounting for the cost, cost participant, cost particles, cost center. Cost accounting generally it starts from recording the cost data. Recording the cost data. We'll keep writing some notes that will be beneficial to you because these are only the highlights. Okay, recording the cost data. Next is to calculate the cost of the product or cost center, and it also helps in cost control. It also helps in cost control. Cost accounting simply means cost data record करो, then cost center या फिर product की cost calculation करो, total cost as well as unit cost, then cost control करो. Because कोई भी एक accounting है उसका कुछ objectives रहना चाहिए. Simply we calculate the cost of a mobile phone. Cost of a mobile phone. That cost rupees suppose 20,000. By analyzing all these things data, by analyzing the cost elements, etc. But we just failed to minimize the cost of that mobile. Then what is the use of this cost accounting? That's why cost accounting and some cost control. It also suggests the managers to control the cost. Cost accounting क्या होता है? Cost accounting enables the management to ascertain the cost of a product. Maybe product का cost हो सकता है, job हो सकता है, contract हो सकता है, service और unit of the production. So first and foremost, objective of the cost accounting is to calculate the cost, is to ascertain the cost of a product or job or contract or service. It helps in price fixation or quotation. Okay, that means the finally at which price a phone will be sold, that will be disclosed by the cost accounting and quotation. When I approach to electronic shop, I will acquire 30 or 40 pieces of the AC. It delivers a quotation. The process of preparing such quotation is known as cost accounting. Very much simple. Because it assembles so many elements, it charges the service charge and finally disclose that this much of amount will be paid for this much of air conditioner installed. It provides information for the preparation of estimates and tenders. That means it provides the raw material, inputs and information for estimation and tenders. These are similar points. That means suppose you have to give an estimation of a project. Accounting, cost accounting helps in this process. It shares so many information, it collects, it gathers various cost data, which helps us estimation and tender. It helps minimizing the cost of manufacture. This is what called the ultimate ultimate objective of the cost accounting. It helps in minimizing the cost of manufacture. That means not only ascertain the cost of a product,
Sir,
but
it helps in minimizing.
the cost of product actually, the cost of manufacturing actually, not manufacturing. Yes, you are correct. You are watching this presentation also, na? Hello?
Yes,
Minimizing the cost.
actually, I'm taking
Ah.
from mobile, so it's very like it's visible in a very small
Achha,
screen.
understood. Achha, understood. You can take the screenshot also, not an issue. Okay. And then later
Can
on
you,
can zoom
sir,
it.
can you please share these PPTs?
So you have to contact me personally. Okay. Later.
Okay, sir.
Now, finally, you will get the email ID and phone number of mine, or you can contact to the assistant registrar to get my contact. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next to it. Now, it helps in determining profitability of each product, process, and department. So, profitability, product, process, or department. Product means suppose a single mouse. This is a product. Process means suppose in case of chemical industry. The chemical industry first we input the raw material, then we will add so many chemicals into that, then finally we will get byproducts, joint products out of that. So suppose one process number two. Now process number two का cost क्या होगा? Department, what means department? Suppose Reliance Smart. Okay, Reliance, nowadays you can find Reliance Smart. There's vegetable departments also there. Kitchenware department also there. Okay, house equipments are also there. Furniture are also there. So many things. So electronical equipments, vegetable departments, etc. All the different segments are called the department. So एक department की cost हो, एक process की cost हो, एक product की cost हो. Individually, it discloses the profitability of each type of product, cost, and department. It is a useful tool for managerial control, help in cost reduction and cost control. This is the things: cost reduction and cost control. You have two options. So I am stating here, you have two options for maximizing your profit. Sorry, not visual. You have two options to maximize your profits. Either hike the sale price or else reduce the cost. Am I correct? So to enhance the scale of the economy of scale of profits, either you can hike the sell price or else you can reduce the cost. In this competitive market, you can't enhance the sell price, you can't increase the sell price of a particular product. That's why ultimately you have to reduce the cost to gain the maximum profits. Suppose the mobile phone cost rupees, actually it costly. The mobile phone cost rupees 30,000. So you can't increase the sell price to 35,000 to gain the profit. Else, you can reduce the cost by planning, organizing, by reducing the price of the raw material, etc. You can reduce the reduce the cost of this mobile phone to 25,000 and sell it at a price of 30,000, whereby you can gain the profit of 5,000. So cost reduction and cost control is the ultimate necessary in this competitive market. So cost control and cost reduction are the tool of cost accounting. Next, it increases the efficiency and reduces wastages and cost. So wastage of raw material and wastage of our unnecessary cost. It increases the efficiency. That means the efficiency of the production productivity, and reduces the wastage of the materials, and cost reduces cost means cost control. Already covered. It provides cost data for comparison of different periods. This is the thing. The same product available in the year 2019 at rupees 20 and 2020 at rupees 30 due to the cost consideration, because company also incurs more cost on these products. That's why company keep enhancing the price of the product. Cost accounting simply provides such data, provide a platform for comparison in the year 2019 and in the year 2020. Which are the main lacunas, regions, which are the main things for we have to enhance the price of that particular product. Understand the points? So, due to the comparison prospects, cost accounting provides data for comparison across different years, different time periods. Management accounting, just one thing. Financial accounting, when you are ready to sell the goods, you are selling the products. Financial accounting simply records your financial transactions and finally disclose the profit and loss. This is the financial accounting. But before selling the goods, you had made the products. For that also, how many transactions are required? Cost accounting records all such transactions. Manufacture से पहले cost accounting भी आ जाता है. Understand the point? Simultaneously these are work, but still cost accounting उससे पहले भी आता है. Gathering the cost and all these things and know the disclose the total cost. Cost accounting only disclose the total cost of this mobile phone, responsible for the cost reduction. Financial accounting simply the selling prospects and all these things, records the data, and finally know the profit and loss. Next week, this is the first process you can say. This is the second accounting you can say. This is the final accounting step you can say. What is management accounting? Management accounting is depends upon the cost accounting and the financial accounting. By watching the data of financial accounting and cost accounting, we have less time to discuss. I'm speeding up the things. First process and the second cost accounting and financial accounting को बात करके management accounting decision लेता है. Management accounting simply means accounting for the management, accounting for managerial decision making. Management accounting provides such types of information statements which enables the management to टेक द मैनेजरियल डिसीजन। यहाँ पे आप ये जो छोटे छोटे चीज जो बुक में इतना इजी लैंग्वेज में नहीं है, आप नोट करते तो आपके लिए अच्छा होता, और एल्स यू कैन रिकॉर्ड द एंटायर सेशन ऑल्सो। तो मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग, it provides a way to communicate expectation to manager throughout the organization. That means managers की expectation के हिसाब से communicate किए जाते हैं। तो management accounting do these things. Provides feedbacks which enables the manager to monitor the day-to-day operation of the company. So management accounting provides such informations, feedbacks, such control equipments. It discloses the problems, the loopholes, the lacunas in financial prospects, which enables the manager to monitor day-to-day operation of the company. Actuals differ significantly from targets results. The manager is alerted, can lose cause for deviation and can correct action. Same thing, as we know. Okay. That means management accounting discloses the current scenario. It discloses us the problems, the loopholes, which can be monitored by the company, which can be monitored by the managers, and actual performance can be compared with the standard or past performance, and if any variation arises, that can be corrected, that can be minimized, that can be wiped out. It provides a set of prescribed tools and techniques for use in decision making. Management accounting has so many equipments, study equipments like comparison statements, etc. We'll be discussing later in this subject also. Ratio analysis, so many equipments are there which use in decision making. That means management accounting has separate types of study equipments, tools, which enables the manager to study and take the good action. Financial accounting process, यहाँ पर क्या था देखिए, which are the branches of accounting? So 3 branches: financial, cost, management accounting. Now just come to the financial accounting process. Number 1, recording the transactions through, डायरेक्टली बात करते हैं, जर्नल एंड सब्सिडरी बुक्स। जर्नल सब्सिडरी बुक्स के थ्रू रिकॉर्ड करता है। क्लासिफाइंग द ट्रांजैक्शंस थ्रू लेजर्स। नॉन कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड स्टूडेंट जो है लिख लीजिए। Summarizing the transactions. First, you have to, as from the very beginning, as I have started, first you have to record the transaction, all the financial transaction. Then, जो financial transactions बहुत तरह के हो सकते हैं. So many types of accounts, so many types of transactions are there. That's why you have to classify the transactions. Next to it, through the ledgers. Next to it, summarize the transactions through the trial balance. Through the trial balance. And interpret the results. That means finally the ultimate objective of the financial accounting is to interpret the results through final accounts. So final accounts के जरिए आपको interpret करना है. So this is the whole accounting, financial accounting process. So many processes are there, but in your chapter syllabus this was studied. Now to accounting equation. यहीं पर हम आपको कुछ बताएंगे. Accounting equation. This is based on the dual concept of the accounting. The debit and credit concept we'll discuss later. Debit and credit concept of the accounting. कोई भी बिजनेस पे, कोई भी व्यापार पे, total assets is always equal to the total liabilities. Always. This is strange, very much strange, astonishing, but this is the fact. Total assets is equal to total liabilities. Now, total liabilities means capital plus liabilities. Always, at any point of time, Suppose at any point of time, this is 19th June 2020. Your total asset will be the total liability. Always. Suppose we jump to the 19th June 2021. At that point also, you will look back to your business, analyze your business. Then will also total assets will be equal to the total liability. हमेशा ये रहेगी. Now total liability means capital plus the liabilities. Implies that your fixed asset plus current asset equal to this will be discussed later. Now take an example. I am saying Mr. X started business with rupees 1 lakh cash. Okay. As you know, these are two things. First of all, cash, and as you started it, you have also invested capital. Okay. So you have two things. Number one is assets. Here I'm writing assets. Here I'm writing liabilities. Liability. So Mr. X started business with rupees 1 lakh cash. Now, cash is the asset, and you have 1 lakh cash. Very good. Now you have started business with the capital. At the same time, capital is the liability. Capital with 1 lakh है. Capital liability क्यों है? From the business point of view, Mr. X is a third party. Mr. X owner is a third party because this is the business. This is the Mr. X. Mr. X invested money to the business. Now business is a independent. Okay, those who are from the business background, they know that business has the independent identity. From any sources, cash comes into the business, that is known as the liability. To any sources, business if paid cash, that is known as the assets. Any advance paid by the business is known as the assets. So from the business point of view, this capital is the liability. Understand the point? Now, because from an external sources, it got the money. तो कैपिटल आपके बिजनेस में 1 लाख इन्वेस्टमेंट और भी क्यों इसे लायबिलिटी कहते हैं? Because one day you have to pass out from the business 1 lakh rupees. Na? You have invested 1 lakh rupees to your business. That's why there will be a day when you have to recoup your investments from the business. That's why it is liability. तो आपके पास कैश है 1 लाख, तो आपका कैपिटल भी हुआ 1 लाख, जो कि लायबिलिटी. नेक्स्ट वीक, नाउ लुक एट हियर, asset equal to liability 1 lakh. The business purchased furniture worth rupees 15,000 and paid cash. तो सेकंड डेट में क्या हुआ? दिस इज फर्स्ट डेट, दिस इज सेकंड डेट. सेकंड डेट में क्या हुआ? 15,000 फर्नीचर आप खरीदे, कैश पेमेंट हो गया. लुक एट नाउ कैश बैलेंस आपकी कितना होगा? -15,000, क्योंकि आप पैसा दे. तो यू लेफ्ट विद 85,000. अंडरस्टैंड द पॉइंट? ये आपकी कैश बैलेंस कम होगी. एट द सेम टाइम you purchased furniture, ना? You purchased furniture. तो कैश कम हो जाने से क्या हुआ? आपकी फर्नीचर भी तो आ गया. There is no space. तो फर्नीचर 15,000 तो आ गया. तो 85,000, 15,000, this again comes to 1 lakh. Again 1 lakh asset equal to 1 lakh liability. तो at any point of time कैश चला गया तो फर्नीचर आ गया ना भाई. एक के बदले कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ करना पड़ता है. बात सिंपल. तो अगेन asset equal to liability 1 lakh equal to 1. This is the accounting equation. Okay. Now the accounting concepts. This is very much important, you can say. I'm returning, just changing the ink. Accounting concepts. A most questions. Sometimes I also suggest the questions. So write down your most expected questions to be examined. Question number 1, branches of accounting. This is most expected question. Question number 2, users of accounting. Read. First one is branches of accounting, most expected exam question. Users of accounting. Question number 3, accounting concepts. Accounting concepts. People not find accounting
Sir,
concept.
second
Yes.
question is what?
Yes, write down. First one is branches of accounting.
Yes.
Second one is users of accounting. Users of accounting.
Yes, sir.
Third one is accounting concepts.
Okay.
चलो टिल डिस्कशन आगे अगर फिर से मिलेगा तो फिर से हम बताएंगे. Okay, turn off your mic. Turn off your mic. Okay. Now accounting concepts. You will not find the accounting concept as long question. Surely you will get the short questions. Minimum 4 to 5 short questions will be asked in the examination in the as 2 marks question. Next week, accounting concepts, business entity concepts. Let's check. I have to watch the time also. Business entity concept. Business entity concept means simply just write down owner and its business. Owners and its business have separate identity. Business और business के owner वो separate हैं, एक नहीं. That means owner is also a person. Yes. Business is also a person. Yes. From the legal point of view, from the law point of view, business has also entity. Because you have established a business partnership firm, they know it. It has also identity, it has also registration, all these things. So business entity concept. Due to this concept, we can say if owner contributes capital to the business, then it is asset for the owner and liability for the business. Because the entity concept is there. Owner different from its business. They are two separate persons. Understand? नहीं तो आप बिजनेस कर भी नहीं सकते. If you belong to the Marwari family, then you know. बिजनेस को अलग माना. Money measurement concept. Money measurement concept simply means I will be suggesting the direct hit points. What I have understood. Money measurement concept simply means the transactions which can be expressed in the terms of money are recorded. जो transactions money के टर्म पे एक्सप्रेस हो सकते हैं वही रिकॉर्ड हो सकते हैं. अंडरस्टैंड द पॉइंट्स. जो मनी के टर्म पे ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं रिकॉर्ड नहीं हो सकते हैं तो रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं. फॉर एग्जांपल, goods worth rupees 5,000 lost is a monetary transaction. We can record the loss of 5,000 and we can record the material shortage, the loss of the 5,000. Suppose our manager died, our managing director died. This is a great loss for the business. Business might incur a loss of 1 crore rupees. Still you can't record because this is a social loss. This is loss for the human being obviously, but you can't record. Decision of death of managing director cannot be quantified in the terms of money. कितना loss हुआ exactly इसको quantify नहीं कर सकते हो. That's why it cannot be recorded. So all the social aspect and all these things cannot be recorded. Only the economical aspects can be recorded. Objective evidence concept. Understand the points. Later on I will come to this. All these things, these concepts are applied for at the time of recording. इसको लिख. At the time of recording, these concepts are recorded. I am saying this thing. Historical record concept. Historical record concept that means suppose we have purchased furniture at rupees 50,000 a month ago. Till we have to record these 50,000 rupees आज बुक वैल्यू 8 दैट मीन्स हिस्ट्रिकल रिकॉर्ड कम्स। आज की डेट में मार्केट में सपोज इसका वैल्यू है 60,000, तो कैन नॉट रिकॉर्ड 60,000। नेक्स्ट हिस्ट्रिकल कॉन्सेप्ट, दैट मीन्स जो रेट में हम खरीदे थे उसी रेट में फर्नीचर को लिखना पड़ेगा। कॉस्ट कॉन्सेप्ट, अंडरस्टैंड द पॉइंट्स, दैट मीन्स ये सिंपली इसी को जब फर्नीचर के हिसाब से चलो, फर्नीचर कैन बी रिकॉर्डेड एट कॉस्ट नॉट एट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू, नॉट एट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू, अंडरस्टैंड। दैट मीन्स कि हमको जितना कॉस्ट पड़ा डेवलपमेंट ऑफ ए बिल्डिंग, जस्ट लुक एट दिस, बिल्डिंग्स बनाने में, एक मशीन को डेवलपमेंट करने में, एक कॉपीराइट को बनाने में हमको कॉस्ट पड़ा था 1,00,000 रुपीज। तो यू हैव टू राइट द 1,00,000 रुपीज as the कॉस्ट। ये बिल्डिंग को बेचने में, ये कॉपीराइट्स को बेचने में हमको मिलते 2,00,000 रुपया, यू कैन नॉट अडॉप्ट दिस। कॉस्ट कॉन्सेप्ट मींस which cost you have incurred that will be recorded. Dual aspect concept means for every transaction we have dual aspects. One is debit, another is credit. Understand? Take the previous example. Here, assets and liabilities. When we have invested cash, cash is debited, capital is credited. Next week, when we have purchased furniture, furniture debited and cash is credited. Always for each and every transactions, debit credit concept are there. So I'm here just stating ki dual concept are there. I'm not teaching you the journal and all these things. Dual concept is there. That means for each transaction you have to record two accounts, and one account will always be debited, another will always be. Next, objective evidence concept. That means for each transactions you must have supportive evidences also, because later on you have to face audit. Yes, you have to gather the vouchers, etc. That means कोई भी एक ट्रांजेक्शन आप इनकर करते हो उसका रिटन डॉक्यूमेंट, वाउचर्स, डेबिट नोट, क्रेडिट नोट, डिपॉजिट स्लिप आपके पास होने चाहिए। अंडरस्टैंड द पॉइंट? Oral transactions cannot be recorded. This is the objective evidence transaction is recorded. These concepts are based on, let me check, finalizing the accounts, finalizing the accounts, recording के टाइम पे ये कॉन्सेप्ट यूज होते हैं, फाइनलाइजिंग ऑफ अकाउंट्स के टाइम पे ये यूज। गोइंग कंसर्न कॉन्सेप्ट का मतलब क्या होता है? Our business will go forever till doomsday. Go forever. It is not necessary to wind up, and it will not be shut down without by any external force. Going concern concept का मतलब होता है all the transactions are recorded by keeping this mind, our business will go forever. It's not necessary to wind up in the near future. तो इसका मतलब क्या होता है? इसीलिए डेप्रिसिएशन लगता है। डेप्रिसिएशन क्यों लगता है? क्योंकि it will not be wound up in the near future. Accounting period concept. Accounting period concept का मतलब होता है you have to finalize the accounts at a regular, number one, at a regular time interval. Regular time interval में आपको finalize करना होगा। In India it's 1 year, तो 1 year की एक पीरियड में हम अकाउंट्स को फाइनलाइज करते हैं। Our business period starts from April 1st and ends on 31st March. So in India accounting period का मतलब होता है you have to finalize the accounts in every 1 year, and this accounting period starts from 1st April and continues to 31st March. Next to it, matching concepts. What is meant by the matching concept? Look at, for 1 year period of accounting, if you take the revenues, for 1 year, you have to take the expenditure for 1 year also. If you are taking assets up to a certain date, 31st March, you have to take liabilities also up to the 31st March. This is what called the technical meaning of the matching concept. You might have read that कि matching concept का मतलब हर एक डेबिट हर एक क्रेडिट होता है, डेबिट साइड यहाँ होता है, क्रेडिट साइड वहां होता है. Not like that. For the same period of time, you have to split the revenues and expenditure simultaneously for exact the same period or same time. एक साल के लिए अगर आप इनकम ले रहे हो तो एक साल के लिए आप एक्सपेंडिचर, एक साल तक आप एसेट ले रहे हो तो उसी एक साल तक आप लाइबिलिटी ले रहे हो. दिस इज व्हाट कॉल्ड द मैचिंग कांसेप्ट. ऐसा क्यों? बिकॉज यू कैन गेट द एग्जैक्ट प्रॉफिट ऑफ दैट पीरियड. अंडरस्टैंड द पॉइंट? हमको इसी एक साल का प्रॉफिट चाहिए, इसी एक साल का रेवेन्यू, इसी एक साल का एक्सपेंडिचर देंगे, तब ना यू विल गेट द प्रॉफिट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर ईयर ओनली. कंजर्वेटिज्म कांसेप्ट. डायरेक्ट मीनिंग में कंजर्वेटिज्म का कांसेप्ट होता है, मतलब होता है बी कंजर्वेटिव व्हाइल रिकॉर्डिंग द रेवेन्यूज. रेवेन्यू जब रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हो थोड़ा कंजूसी करो, सीधी बात है. एक्सपेंसेस एंड लॉसेस कैन बी रिकॉर्डेड आज इनकम. एक्सपेंसेस एंड लॉसेस को जल्दी रिकॉर्ड करो, लेकिन रेवेन्यूज को जल्दी रिकॉर्ड नहीं करो. आपका रियलाइजेशन का संभावना है, आप रियलाइज कर सकते हो तो रिकॉर्ड करो, जितना कम हो सके उतना रिकॉर्ड करो. कंजर्वेटिज्म कॉन्सेप्ट का मतलब ये होता है. दैट मींस बेनिफिट क्या है? बिकॉज एक्सेस डिपेंड अपॉन द रेवेन्यूज. So if you will record the false revenues which cannot be realized, then you have to incur the more taxes. So expenditure and losses को जल्दी रिकॉर्ड करो, रेवेन्यूज को रिकॉग्निशन करोगे देख करके. ये होता है कंजर्वेटिज्म कॉन्सेप्ट. कंसिस्टेंसी कॉन्सेप्ट. सेम अकाउंटिंग मेथड्स आर फॉलोड फ्रॉम ईयर टू ईयर. कंसिस्टेंसी का मतलब होता है accounting methods and concept must be followed from year to year consistently. That means the same methodology, same type of accounts, same trends of information are to be followed for the different periods. Take an example. If we will calculate the goodwill, I'm sorry, if we will calculate the goodwill by purchase of years method in 2019, in 2020 also you have to calculate the goodwill by applying the purchase method. Same methodologies are followed from year to year. Full disclosure concept. In a company, nothing is private, everything is public. You have to disclose all those concepts which are relevant to the investor. Users of accounting information हम पढ़े, government, bankers, investors, they need your accounting information because their personal judgment, their personal decision based on your financial statements. That's why you have to disclose all these financial information which might influence their decision. दिस इज व्हाट कॉल्ड फुल डिस्क्लोजर कॉन्सेप्ट। अकाउंटिंग हमको यही सलाह देता है कि आप यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग गुड, you are practicing bad, you are practicing legally, you are practicing illegally, everything will be disclosed. Full disclosure means all these necessary information, all these necessary revenues must be disclosed before the public. Materiality concept यहाँ पर थोड़ा देखेंगे, ये दो कंट्रोवर्शियल है। मेटेरियलिटी कंसेप्ट क्या कहता है? The transactions having any relevant materiality, they are recorded. Suppose कुछ ट्रांजैक्शन से जिसका इरेलीवेंट, गुड्स परचेज्ड, goods purchased 5,000. Now we paid the auto fare rupees 30, the labor charged rupees 10, someone asked for rupees 5, toll charges suppose paid rupees 50. Everything can be summed up in the cost of goods na. So finally we can write by adding these things, was 30, 40, 50, 90, 95, 5,000, 95, anything. So directly we can write the purchase cost as 5,095 धीरे effective besides all these small expenditures. That means जो expenditure जो transaction उनके कोई relevance नहीं होते हैं उनको हम skip कर सकते हैं। Materiality concept यही कहता है। ये बात understand the point? इसका materiality है, कोई 5 रुपए का खर्चा हुआ किसी और expenditure में जोड़ दो, ये बात है। Materiality concept जिसका relevance है उसको record करो। हालांकि this is a broad concept, I just explain these things in the help of this. This is a broad concept. Accounting standards ऐसे शुरू होता है। So excuse me, the learners, just here I want to take a break. Okay. Can I do that?
Yes, sir. So, sir, we will come after 5 minutes, right?
Sir, register sir. Hello, are you listening, sir? From Bhubaneswar? Okay, sir, not an issue. Just I want to take the 5 minutes break. So just 2-3 minute breaks. I'm coming, sir. Okay. Okay, let's start. Just I need to put my laptop charger. So just a second. Just a single second. Welcome back. Sir, I'm audible. Sir, hello, Bhubaneswar. I'm audible, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. The accounting standards. Accounting concept of accounting standards. So now down here. Now there are some basic standards set. Standards means here we can say the written principles. This ink is not visible. So basic principles and you can say the methodologies, the theories, the concepts issued by authorized organizations, that is ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I say not only institutes to educating to graduating the CA students, ICAI also the financially and accounting advisory to the government of India. That's why ICAI issues some standards, okay, for error-free presentation of the financial statements. The accounting standards are set by ICAI, okay, by the board ASB, Accounting Standard Board. Here are some accounting standards, not in your syllabus given in the detail. Just you have to remember 5 to 6 or 10 standards for writing purpose. So you'll be asked, you'll be asked the theory that what is accounting standard and write down 4 to 5 accounting standards. So accounting standard 1 till date, accounting standards 27. In this much of accounting standards are there. These have said to accounting standards lay down some principles, some norms, some methodologies, some ideas, some tricks by which you can comply here accounting with the Companies Act, with the Companies Act, with the norms of government, and you can comply the SEBI guidelines and can present your financial statements error. Likewise, one thing I will explain. One, disclosure of accounting policies. That means which policies, which methods you are adopting for preparation and presentation of our accounting statements that must be disclosed before the public. अंडरस्टैंड। तो बैलेंस शीट होता है, बैलेंस शीट के नीचे ये आपको पब्लिश करना होता है। वैल्यूएशन ऑफ इन्वेंटरीज, बाय व्हिच मेथड अप्लाई you have to value the inventory, that means your stocks. So like this, these are some accounting standards which must be obeyed, complied while presenting and preparation of your financial statements. Okay, next we as we have unit 3 financial statements. Is interlinked to the financial accounting. Okay, to the financial accounting, that's why unit 3 will be discussed first. यूनिट 3 में हम क्या देखेंगे, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स। नंबर 1 फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, तो उसको देखेंगे इंट्रोडक्शन, नेचर, व्हिच इज द नेचर ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट, कंटेंट्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट, कांसेप्ट ऑफ कैपिटल एंड रेवेन्यू, रेवेन्यू रिकॉग्निशन, ओके, फॉर्मेट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, शेड्यूल 6 बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स एंड प्रिपरेशन। तो इंट्रोडक्शन, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स का मतलब ही क्या होता है। नंबर 1, ज्यादातर हम एक्सप्लेन करेंगे, ज्यादातर लिखा नहीं होगा। फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स यहाँ पर येलो नहीं दिखता है, statements prepared based on the accounting informations for presentation to the users of accounting information are called the financial statements. Financial statement, understand the points. Basically financial statement means a trading account, PL account, balance sheet. As the commerce background student you may know, the financial statements, these are periodically summarized. Number 1, prepared periodically, presented before the users of accounting information. Users of accounting information. Okay, and we'll discuss the balance sheet, profit loss account. For the company, financial statements are prepared as per the Schedule 6 of the Companies Act 1956. And for the other types of organizations, you are free to make your own financial statements, but by using the principle of accounting. For companies, you have to obey the Companies Act 2013. I'm very much sorry, ये आपकी बुक में लिखा हुआ था तो हम इसको आप उठा लेंगे। I'm extremely sorry. Companies Act 2013 के हिसाब से आपको लिखना होगा। If anything, अगर आपकी माइंड में अभी कंफ्यूजन नहीं हुआ कि स्टडी मटेरियल में कंपनीज एक्ट 1956 दिया हुआ है, और अभी जो प्रिवेलिंग कंपनीज एक्ट है वो कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 है, तो हम क्या करें, कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 के हिसाब से काम करेंगे, कंपनीज एक्ट 1956 के हिसाब से काम करेंगे। लिसन, यहाँ पर एग्जामिनर क्या करते हैं, तो यू कैन डायरेक्टली write down the principles of the financial statement as per the Companies Act 2013. That is very much correct. If you are writing the principles and the theories of the Companies Act 1956, just mention their things कि provided study material पे हमको Companies Act 1956 का डाटा था, इसलिए हम प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं हमारा आंसर उसी हिसाब से। So here I am giving the answers as per the Companies Act 1956 because we are provided with this much of material. ये आपको नोट्स में आपको लिखना, अंडरस्टैंड द पॉइंट। अगर अपडेटेड नोट्स है तो हम देखेंगे, डाउनलोड कर भी सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट रीड, देन अगर आपकी पार्टनरशिप फार्म है या फिर सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप फार्म है, जस्ट बाय कंप्लाइंग द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ द अकाउंटिंग यू कैन प्रिपेयर योर फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स। नो सच बार आर देयर। कंपनी से अगर कंपनी होगा तो आपके हिसाब से बनाना होगा, अगर आपकी सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप फार्म है तो आप खुद बना सकते हैं, यू आर फ्री, बट अकाउंटिंग के प्रिंसिपल को मानकर। फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या होते हैं, to make rational investment, credit and similar other financial decisions. Number 1, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स हम बनाएंगे। फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स आगे दिखा देंगे और क्या कैसे फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट है, अंडरस्टैंड, दिखा देते हैं। पर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अकाउंट, ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अप्रोप्रिएशन अकाउंट एंड बैलेंस शीट, जनरली ये सबको फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट कहा जाता है। तो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या होते हैं, टू मेक रैशनल इन्वेस्टमेंट्स, दैट मींस वी कैन अट्रैक्ट the investments from the outsiders by showing them the financial statement. Financial statements is the mirror of our company. This is the mirror of our company, by showing which we can attract the investors. Number two, और भी क्या हो सकते हैं? By watching the financial statements, we can know the profitable area of our business. इस हिसाब से भी हम काम कर सकते हैं. तो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के लिए काम आते हैं. नेक्स्ट में क्रेडिट सिमिलर अदर फाइनेंशियल डिसीजंस. फाइनेंशियल डिसीजन इन्वेस्टमेंट करे कि नहीं? क्रेडिट बैंक में allow you the loan by watching your financial statement is the direct. Other similar financial decisions, every decisions are taken by the managers, by the board of directors, by watching the financial statement only, because financial statement disclose all these financially relevant informations which make the decision maker understand the business. That's why financial decision के लिए आपको ये चाहिए. To estimate future cash flow and bankruptcy risk assessment is a technical point. Future cash flow, yes, by watching the sales trend, by watching the profit trend from the financial position, you can easily ascertain the future cash flow of the business. Bankruptcy risk assessment, bankruptcy का मतलब होता है आपकी इंसॉल्वेंसी का चांसेस. मींस फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन, आपकी कंपनी में फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन आगे जाकर के अपवर्ड रहेगा कि डाउनवर्ड रहेगा. दिस कैन बी ascertained by the financial statement, because financial statements में क्या होता है? assets होते हैं, liabilities होते हैं. assets liabilities की ट्रेंड को देख करके आप बता सकते हो कि आगे जाकर के आपकी पोजीशन, फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन क्या है. To ascertain the net asset value or net worth of the enterprise after, this is very much crucial, because investors will invest on your company, on your assets, on your business by watching the financial statements. So they might have interest to know the net worth of the company. Net worth of the company means the net value of the company. Aggregation of all the shares value is known as the net worth of the company. Evaluating the value of the assets, resources, owned claims thereon. The net worth कैसे evaluation होता है? Value of the assets, resources, owned and the liabilities आपके पास क्या है? इस सबको लेकर. In order to make share purchase, sales decision, takeover, merger decisions, the company या important decisions financial statements को देख करके ही लेते हैं. Understand the points? The unit 2 में आपका ये important questions हो गया. यूनिट 2 में इंपोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन ये हो गया, लिख लीजिए. अगर कोई भी सवाल यूनिट 2 से आते हैं तो यही है. Which are the financial statements? Question mark. Number 2. What are its elements? Which are the financial statements? What are its elements? What are its objectives? Note down it. So financial statement क्या होता है, इसके elements क्या होते हैं?
Excuse me, sir. What is the third question?
This is a single question. Understand the point? Write down.
Okay.
हाँ.
Sir,
Which
please
are,
tell me once again.
yeah, write down please. Which are the financial statements? What are its objectives? Have I understood? Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
What are its elements? What are its elements? Okay, note it down.
Yes, sir.
Next. आगे देखिए. तो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट डिसीजन में कैसे काम आते हैं? By watching the financial position, by watching the profit trend, कंपनी डिसीजन क्या लेता है? टू सेल इन ऑर्डर टू मेक शेयर परचेज, सेल डिसीजन। अब शेयर परचेज या सेल करोगे, सीधी बात होता है। अनदर बिजनेस टेक ओवर या सेल करोगे खुद की बिजनेस, टेक ओवर एंड मर्जर डिसीजन, दैट मींस अनदर कंपनी एक्वायर करोगे या फिर आप खुद मर्ज हो जाओगे किसी और कंपनी में। ऑल these decisions are based on the financial statements. Simple thing is that this is the mirror, this is the showcase of the company. So financial statement को देख करके सब कुछ decide, because which affairs are going inside the company are irrelevant to the public, are relevant to the researchers, scholars. Simply they need the summarized financial information. Collective branding decision relating to wages, working condition and job security. ये कुछ लिखे हुए थे, that means कि decisions relating to wages, working condition, job security, these are also known from the financial statement. अच्छी financial statement होंगे तो wages, working condition और job security उस कंपनी में अच्छे रहे। To make assessment of economic and financial decisions. पर make assessment of economic and financial decisions. First, you can take the decisions based on the financial statements. Next to it, which decisions you have taken, economic and financial decisions. As I have stated from the very beginning, in financial accounting, only the economic and financial decisions are taken, not the social decisions. उसके लिए कुछ अलग accounting है, social accounting भी है. The economic and financial decisions which you have taken can be assessed also. Understand? That means whether improvement is necessary, whether you have to control on these decisions, whether we have to drop a particular decision, whether you have to extend another decisions. So assessment can also be done. To form appropriate taxation and subsidy policy, regular policy and employment policy. Taxation policy is very much crucial because you have to save tax also. Subsidy policy and employment policy. Good is the profit trend, higher is the employment chance, possibility. Taxation के ऊपर क्या डिपेंड होता है? Tax planning can also be done. You might have read this thing. Corporate tax planning can also be done by watching the financial statements. The financial statement not only disclose the profitability and financial position of the company, but also it helps in various ways for saving tax also, for employment purpose also, for investment purpose also, for attracting customers also, for demerger amalgamation also, all this. Now, which are the financial statements? As I stated, manufacturing account, number 1, trading account, number 2, profit and loss account, profit and loss appropriation account, and balance sheet. पहले इसका meaning you have to know, then to the formats. I am thinking कि पहले फॉर्मेट बताया जाए. Okay, we'll discuss it later because format of this we have to know concept of capital and revenue. Concept of capital and return. So we will find at the same time. I suggest the questions also. We'll find the questions appearing formats. Here. It means between.
Sir, please repeat once again
expenditure.
from starting.
हम तो क्वेश्चन ही बताए नहीं आपको. and
Sir, your voice is breaking. I mean, it's not clear.
Yes, sir. You are not audible. Your voice is breaking.
please let me know. Now am I audible?
You are audible.
Another one, another audience. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because all these things are technical issue ना, not in my hand. That's why. अब फर्जी स्पीड नहीं चलेगा तो हम क्या करेंगे?
Yes, sir.
So, sorry for that. For marks, distinguish between capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Number 2, distinguish between presentation दिख रहा है तो is it visible my presentation?
Yes, sir. So distinguish
अभी
between
clear है?
capital expenditure and revenue expenditure.
And revenue expenditure. Next, distinguish between capital receipts and revenue receipts. एक मिनट. Revenue receipts. जब आते capital receipt, revenue receipt, capital expenditure, revenue expenditure. Sometimes internet goes slow down. Problem होता है.
Sir, so we have discussed this contents of financial statements? No.
Yes, I didn't get it. What you said?
Sir, have we already discussed the contents of financial statements?
No. Contents of financial statement not yet discussed. Okay, not yet discussed. Now look at first concept of capital and revenue. I already told that I will show you. This is the thing. Format of financial statement, contents of financial statement. This will be discussed later. Before it, you have to understand this. Concept of capital and revenue. इसमें capital revenue expenditure, capital and revenue receipts. ये तीन things हैं. तो एक बार देख लीजिए ध्यान से. First return. Capital and revenue expenditures. Capital and revenue expenditures. हमें लिख देते हैं. Capital expenditures, revenue expenditures. It's the important question. That's why I'm explaining. Capital expenditure means number 1. I'm starting return. Let me change the ink color. Permanent in nature. Permanent in nature. Capital. Here revenue expenditure. Temporary in nature. Temporary in nature. That means, for example, capital expenditure, purchase of assets, planted building, etc. ये होता है purchase of assets whose benefit will be received over a long period of time. Purchase of asset is also expenditure. Next week, payment of salary. Payment of salary. By watching the time concepts.
Excuse me, sir. Please repeat second point once again.
Okay, first is capital expenditure के नीचे आप लिखो permanent in nature. Below to the revenue expenditure, I have written temporary in nature. Second point, यहाँ पर लिखे purchase of assets, यहाँ payment of salary. Look at what is the difference.
Sorry, sir. Once again, please repeat this point.
Purchase of asset, payment of salary. Listen, purchase of asset is also expenditure. Payment of salary is also expenditure. But assets हम एक बार खरीद ली. Purchase of assets. Understand the point. Suppose this one is the asset. Benefit of these assets will be derived over a long period of time. This works as the capital investment in my business. Because once I have purchased the land and building, The benefit of the land and building will be derived over the lifetime of my business. Hence, it works as the capital. That's why such expenditure is known as the capital expenditure. Is the direct meaning of this. So many indirect meanings and definitions are written in the books. Expenditure which works as the capital investment. This is what called the capital expenditure. Like purchase of the assets. Next week, this is payment of salary. Salary once I have paid, in this month again I have to pay the same person the same salary in the next month, and will be continued on this. That means benefit of payment of salary to my business is temporary. This will be paid in a regular time interval. Hence, it is revenue expenditure. That means it works as or it gives benefit to earning the revenue. That's why it is revenue expenditure. जो एक्सपेंडिचर कैपिटल के हिसाब से काम करते हैं, कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट की तरह हमारे बिजनेस पे काम कराते हैं, वो कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर होते हैं. जो एक्सपेंडिचर रेवेन्यू और करने के लिए होते हैं, वो रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर होते हैं. इनका बेनिफिट परमानेंट है, इनका बेनिफिट टेम्पररी. तो हम जल्दी पॉइंट्स को कवर करेंगे. अगर आप लिख सकते हो तो लिखोगे, नहीं तो बस जस्ट लिसन. नेक्स्ट रीड. दिस इज इन ह्यूज अमाउंट. कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर जनरली ह्यूज अमाउंट में होता है. This is in small amount. The revenue expenditure small amount में होता है. Understand the point? Because purchase of assets generally that incurs huge amount, lakhs of rupees. Salary may be in thousands of rupees. Okay. Next week. ये once occur होते हैं, occur once. ये occur regular. Occur regular. Revenue expenditure regularly occur. जैसे कि परचेज ऑफ बिल्डिंग.
Sir, capital expenditure is irregular.
Irregular in nature. That you can
Okay,
say
sir.
non-recurring. That you can say the non-recurring. This is recurring. Intentionally, I am not using that means ki accounting languages and commercial languages, because that I do understood to all. That's it. The non-recurring and this is recurring. This is irregular. This is regular in nature. Next week. Okay. Capital expenditures are expended for growth and development of the business. Growth and development of the business. घर में आप प्लॉट खरीदते हो, suppose. This is for growth and development of your family. Understand the point? Next week. Revenue expenditures are simply maintenance of the day-to-day business. This is the maintenance of day-to-day business. Again, you can understand. Payment of salary, suppose repairs of the machines. All these things can only maintain your business. That will not grow your business. But purchase of the land, buildings, assets, shares of another company, that will grow and develop your business. Understand the point? This is your next week. Just the important point. Okay. I'm making it clear. यहाँ पर था कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, यहाँ पर था रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. Capital expenditures are known as the assets. Revenue expenditures are regarded as the expenditures. This is, you can, a common man can also understand.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, please repeat this point once again.
Capital expenditure, just note down assets. Revenue expenditure, just note down expenditures. Expenditures. That's the difference between expenses and expenditures. There is a technical point. For the time we think that these are the same. Capital expenditure assets माना जाते हैं. For like purchase of buildings. अभी तो होता है purchase of buildings. This is also expenditure. Purchase of car, purchase of plots. This is also expenditure. But you know, buildings, plot, car, all these are assets. revenue expenditures are regarded as the expenditure. Suppose repairs, wages, payment of salary, all these things are expenditures. This is the difference. Next, capital expenditure are assets, hence these are shown on the asset side of balance sheet. I will repeat it, just keep listening. Capital expenditures are asset, hence shown on asset side of balance. Revenue expenditures are expenditures, hence debit side of trading or PL account. Debit side of trading or PL
Sir,
account.
can you please repeat this particular last point? That capital expenditures are asset side?
These all are first I have to take. Understood, I understood. Just one of them. Understood. All these are the technical points. If you are getting, then okay. If you are not getting, then will be discussed later. Capital expenditures are the assets because motor car plots are the assets. So these are shown in the asset side of balance sheet. Just write down asset side of balance. Go to the right side. Go to the right side. Revenue expenditures are the expenses. Hence, these are shown debit side of trading and PL account. Because trading and PL account में expenditures and incomes record होते हैं, क्योंकि वो expenditure है वो debit side आते हैं. कौन debit side credit side format और last में discuss. This is the concept. So I have time constraint. That's it. I want to go next. Understand the points? I am just erasing this thing. Next page. So capital and revenue expenditure are there. Some are deferred revenue expenditure. So this is a short question. Deferred revenue expenditures. That means some expenditures are capital expenditures, some are the revenue expenditure. But some expenditure are there which are deferred revenue expenditures. That means this expenditure works as neither capital nor revenue expenditure. These have the features of both. Features of
Sir,
both
please repeat this point once again.
plus revenue. Okay. Deferred revenue expenditure means हम सीधा बताते हैं. हमेशा deferred का मतलब आप समझ जाओ. Deferred का मतलब होता है to some extent, खिंचाई, लंबाई. To some extent, it has also feature of capital expenditure. It has also feature of revenue expenditure. So features having both the capital and revenue expenditure is called the deferred revenue expenditure. For example, advertising expenditure. Up लिख लो example, heavy advertising expenditure. I am giving you the example. Heavy advertising expenditure. Very much practical. For the Ching's noodle, suppose for the Ching's noodle. As you have seen the advertisement of the Ranveer Singh. As you have the advertisement of Ranveer Singh. Advertisement was made like the movie, etc. Okay, understand the point. So this incurs heavy expenditure. Ranveer Singh charged 80 crores to 100 crore for signing this documents only, for signing this advertisement paper only. Okay, around they spent 150 crore rupees on this advertisement. But the influence, the benefit of this advertisement derived over a long period of time. That means ये जो advertisement expenditure था, इसका benefit 1 year में खत्म नहीं हुआ. The benefit does not last in a single year. It extended to some years, say 5 years. Still people remember that advertisement, the effect of that advertisement. That means if the benefit will be the temporary, that will be revenue. If the benefit will be the permanent, that will be capital. But advertisement expenditure in this case extended to some years and will be last. That's why this is called the deferred revenue expenditures. It's neither revenue, neither capital. So listen, one thing, the expenditure whose benefit is extended to few accounting period. Note that. extended to few accounting period. It's called deferred revenue expenditure. Another example, preliminary expenses. Preliminary expenses. Understand the point? So preliminary expenses means when you are setting up a company. Suppose this is company. Excuse me. Suppose you are setting up a company. First, you have to advertise for this, register for this. You have to expense the brokerage charges. You have to so many TA charges are there, legal charges are there, so many charges are there, registration fees there. Suppose you incur 1 crore rupees on this. 1 crore rupees मान लीजिए नहीं होगा, 10 lakhs rupees on these things. Now this 10 lakhs rupees registration charges of this company, the benefit will be derived over a long period of time. Hence, this is the expenditure. Preliminary expenses of the company's expenditure, but the benefit of which goes for a long period of time. That's why this is deferred revenue expenditure. Neither capital nor revenue. If it will be permanent for the entire life, that is be capital. If it is restricted to a certain period, that will be revenue. That's next year. But here, this is deferred capital. Likewise, capital and revenue receipts. Capital and revenue receipts. ये क्या होता है? Write down here capital receipts. Write down here revenue receipts. Now look at likewise capital and revenue receipts. Suppose you have received a government grant for building. Suppose you have received interest from bank. These are two receipts. Government grants you have received for building and revenue receipts, interest from bank. Both are the receipts, no problem at all. But listen one thing. Government grant received for the buildings is permanent in nature. Is permanent in nature. And interest from bank, this is temporary in nature. This is temporary in nature. This is irregular. Government, once you have received the grant from the government, you can't expect it will be received on regular basis. Because building एक बार बनाने के लिए आपको गवर्नमेंट से मिलेगी, रेगुलरली नहीं मिलेगी. But interest banks आपको मिले हैं, this will be regular. At a regular time interval, you will get this. Now, capital receipts is regarded as liability. I'm explaining. Revenue receipt regarded as income. Are you listening? Just reply one.
Sir, please
Yes, sir.
repeat this point once again.
Yes, all these things which I am stating are not in the books. You can't get anywhere else. These are the technical points. Understand the point? And you have directly write these points to get the full marks. Nothing else. Now today's age, today's era, you need not to elaborate the theory. Number one, receipts are of two types. May be permanent, may be temporary. From the beginning, I am saying government grant for building, right side, interest from bank. Left side, permanent, right side, temporary. Left side, irregular, right side, regular. Left side is liability, right side, income. Why is it so? I am saying the government grants in permanent in nature, you have understand, and these are received irregular. But
Sir,
interest from
I'm not
bank,
able to understand this thing. Can you like please
Yes, sir. Please repeat this point once again. I'm also not understanding this.
Okay.
This.
Okay. 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 Now you got the point. Government grants the building. That means government allows you grants. Suppose you have a non-profit organization. Understand?
Yes, sir. Government like it grants building, and then for the capital receipts and for the revenue receipts, like that I don't understand what government grants building of uh, that I understand, but other than that I am not getting the point. Hello, hello.
Still you are not audible, sir.
Sir, you are not audible. Your voice is breaking. Hello.
I think sir has left. Sir is not there. Acha, did you get the concept of capital and reverse receipt?
Actually, there are two type of expenditure. Hello.
Capital receipt
One
is
is,
regular or irregular?
no, I'm telling you. First, we talk about capital expenditures, right? Capital expenditures like we purchase plant and machinery, land. Matlab, these are the biggest expenditures for a business, and the benefits are derived in not only in 1 year but in n number of years, means 5 to 10 years at least. So those
Okay.
expenditures are capital expenditures, like, and there are
So for
revenue,
example, sorry
like
to interrupt you.
operating, like operating expenditures like salary,
I'm not able
wages.
to understand. Please.
Okay. I just returned. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Now you are audible.
Yes. Actually, my internet was interrupted. Okay.
Hello.
Sir, am I audible?
Now you are audible.
हाँ. Am I
Yes.
audible,
Yes.
madam?
Yes, sir.
Okay. अच्छा, in few minutes I'm explaining. Obviously, this is my responsibility. This is my liability to make you understand. Okay, no problem at all. Okay. Making
So
the-
we can't say it's a liability, sir.
Just one, just single taking. Yes, we will. Look at what I was saying. Now, capital receipts and revenue receipts. So here was the example: government grants is also receipt and interest from bank is also receipt. Is it visible to you? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now government grants and interest from banks. Government grant, now इतना भी आप समझ सकते हो, this is permanent in nature, this is temporary in nature, this is irregular in nature. You obviously understand. This is irregular in nature, this is regular in nature, and this is government the capital receipts. क्या होता है? Received for erection of building. Suppose erection of the buildings. Now these become our liability, but interest from bank, this become our income. I will be explaining, no problem. So capital receipts और revenue receipts में generally difference क्या है? जो receipts होते हैं for the growth and development of the organization. Just write down. Growth and development of the organization. Revenue receipts क्या होते हैं? For maintenance of daily expenditures. That means some expenditures are there for which we just cannot be maintain our daily business. We can compensate our daily expenditures. Such expenditures are known as the such receipts are known as the revenue receipt. Both are the same thing. This is from receipt point of view, these are from expenditure point of view. So for which receipt we can compensate our expenditures on daily basis, these are called the revenue receipt. For example, you can understand interest from banks, sales, okay, commissions, if we received some commissions, etc. That means interest, sales revenue, commissions, for these incomes, for these revenues, we can maintain our daily expenditures and receipts. These are sales, commissions, all these things on regular basis. These are temporary incomes, hence these are called the revenue receipt. Simply means receipts which works as revenue, which are on daily basis, which generates our revenues, our incomes. Revenue simply means these are called the revenue receipts. But listen one thing. Government grants, we have received 1 crore. Government grant received 1 crore, which cannot be expensed for any other purpose. You can make a feast by using this 1 crore fund. You cannot arrange your own marriage ceremony by using this 1 crore rupees. It's liability to build the building. That means capital receipt, irregular in nature, permanent in nature, which must be utilized for the growth and development of the business. Hence, technically, कैपिटल रिसिप्ट्स मिलने से हम उनको लाइबिलिटी कहते हैं। कैपिटल रिसिप्ट्स मिलने से हम उनको लाइबिलिटीज कहते हैं। दीज कैन नॉट बी शेयर्ड एज प्रॉफिट्स। ये प्रॉफिट के हिसाब से, रेवेन्यू के हिसाब से काउंट नहीं। दैट्स व्हाई कैपिटल रिसिप्ट्स लाइबिलिटी के तौर पे चलता है। तो रेवेन्यू रिसिप्ट्स में क्या होता है? रेगुलर इन नेचर, दिस इज रिगार्डेड एज द रेवेन्यूज और इनकम्स। यही तक बात था और कुछ नहीं। अंडरस्टैंड? और भी कोई आप बता सकते हैं? फंड रिसीव्ड, कैपिटल रिसीव्ड में क्या होगा? फंड रिसीव्ड, बिल्डिंग्स रिसीव्ड, एसेट कंट्रीब्यूटेड। अंडरस्टैंड? लोन टेकन, कैपिटल रिसीव्ड में और क्या हो सकते हैं? लोन्स टेकन, दिस इज आल्सो द कैपिटल रिसीव्ड। These all are the liabilities for the company, but revenue received are the income for the company. Now go to the technical part. Capital receipts are as liabilities recorded, right? Capital receipts are as liabilities recorded on the liability side of balance sheet. This is important title. Liability side of balance sheet. Revenue receipts are income. These are incomes. Hence, recorded on the credit side of trading or profit and loss account. Trading or profit and loss.
Sir, please repeat both the points.
Okay. As you know, capital receipts are the liability. Hence, at which place these are shown? Liability side of the balance. Liability side of the balance. Right side, revenue receipts are the income. Hence, these are recorded credit side of trading and PL. Just repeat one thing. Do you get or understood or just time?
Yes, sir.
बस यही तक बात था। बिकॉज परमानेंट इन नेचर तो लाइबिलिटी होने, क्योंकि वी आर लाइबल टू यूज दैट फंड इन ए प्रॉपर वे, वी हैव टू बिल्डिंग डायरेक्ट एटसेट्रा, लाइबिलिटी होते हैं बिकॉज दे वर्क्स एज द कैपिटल एंड यू नो कैपिटल इज द लाइबिलिटी। जो रेवेन्यू कैपिटल की तरह काम करेंगे, कैपिटल लाइबिलिटी होता है, तो वो रेवेन्यू भी लाइबिलिटी हो। जो रेवेन्यू इनकम्स की तरह काम करते हैं तो इनकम है, तो इनकम साइड हम दिखाएंगे। दिस इज द थिंग। तो होप यू अंडरस्टैंड। ओके,
Yes,
सो
sir.
आज के लिए इतना रहने देते हैं। थैंक्स अ लॉट। ओके, so someone needed my information, so you can take this is Dhiral Parmanta, assistant professor commerce. This is my contact number, you can take the screenshot. This is
Sir,
my email.
tomorrow is a class or not?
Obviously yes, tomorrow is the class, and if nothing will be mentioned, then at this time I will meet you. If time variation will be there, you will be intimated a time before. Okay, so this is my Facebook contact, this is my email ID, this is my contact number. Lot of thanks. You understand? You can take the screenshot of this.